Welcome, spiritual travelers, to another Mystic Owl Pick a Card reading. I am Mystic Owl, aka Nathan. This is Herbert behind me. He's been a little unwell recently, so he's kind of been a bit of a sook. He's lying behind me because I think he just wants to be around someone for some attention. Let's hope he behaves for the video. We'll find out. He can get a bit boisterous sometimes, so we'll see. Today's theme is what will bring you happiness in your future. So it's about the things that you can do now or in your near future that will make sure that your future is looking the brightest it can possibly be, to ensure that you're set for your future, and those things that you want in your future will come along, basically. So we have 4 piles today. We have pile number 1 with the rune of Dagaz. We have pile 2 with the rune of Northers. Pile 3 with the rune of Urus. And finally, we have pile 4 with the rune of Answers. So have a look over those cards, work out which one sort of triggers something inside of you. Use your intuition and pick a pile. The timestamps will be in the description box below and in the comment section. Remember, this is a general reading, so please take only that which resonates with you and leave the rest behind. And on that, let's move on to pile 1. Hello, Herbert. Hello, pile 1. You have the rune of Dagaz, which is the rune associated with daylight or a new dawn. The start of something new, something blossoming, like the butterfly coming out of the cocoon. Which is a really positive rune, actually, about... let's put you there. Yeah, a fresh start, basically, or it's kind of like coming out of like the dark night of the soul and into the light, like the change from night to daylight. So I see that your future is going to be very bright, actually. I also see for you, with the man and the woman sort of almost dancing together. It's like they're not really interacting, but I sense that they're sort of looking towards each other, or almost as if they're drawn to each other. I see some really strong positive relationships for you, so your relationships will have a big aspect on your future. I guess finding the right relationships for you, or sort of strengthening those bonds with those people that you care for and love. Before we get into your oracle cards, I thought we'd get some tarot cards from the Commonplace Tarot. This one is actually to see what else you can do to really brighten your future and ensure that your future is like the happiest it can possibly be. So I do sense for you, if you have been in some darkness in your past, pile 1, it's time for you to really step out and embrace life, to go after those things that you've always wanted to do, to not hold back, really. Like, don't allow fear to hold you back, to chase after your dreams. If there's a new activity that you've always wanted to do, like taking singing lessons or dancing, like the woman in the card dancing, working on your health and your fitness, travel, starting to date again, something like that. If there's an activity that you've always wanted to do, I think this card is really saying that you should do it because it'll bring happiness to your life too. It's time for you to spread your wings like the butterfly and fly, to release yourself from your own restrictions, from that box that you put yourself in, and to emerge from your cocoon. Ooh. There's 2 cards. I see a group here, though, that actually enjoys just being really active, getting outdoors, trying new things, socializing, dancing, going to parties, meeting new people. Okay. Your 4 cards. Yeah, okay. Your first card here is the 8 of Swords, which is essentially what I was just talking about. If you felt restricted or you put yourself in a box, it's time for you to release yourself from that personal restriction. Remember that with the 8 of Swords, she's bound herself into these restrictions. She's tied herself up. It's her thoughts that are keeping her limited. It's time for you to break free from those thought processes and those inner beliefs that just aren't serving you anymore, and realize that you are a really powerful individual with a beautiful future, and that you can release yourself from that cocoon by changing your mindset, basically. You have here also the 9 of Cups in reverse. So the 9 of Cups upright is the card of wish fulfillment, that your dreams are coming true. And I sense that you kind of know what it is that you want to do and how to bring happiness into your life. But your mind is keeping you sort of stuck. I think you're probably preserving yourself, just because sometimes changing your life or really making positive changes in your life can be quite terrifying sometimes, really, like risking it all on a chance. You never know if it's going to work out or not. But I think the cards are basically calling you to really tap into that side of you that's really playful, that loves to be adventurous, that I see here with the card of Degaz and Daylight and Dawn and New Dawn. Tap into that side that is really adventurous, and just know that if you allow yourself to break free of that restriction, that your future is looking really amazing. And your last 2 cards, you have the 2 of Pentacles. And you also have the 4 of Swords in reverse. What I see for you, pile 1, is the need to really slow down. The 4 of Swords generally indicates the need for a pause to reflect, coming out of the 3 of Swords, which is the card of heartbreak and heartache, to reflect upon that experience and to understand why you went through it, and to sort of regain that strength so that you can overcome that heartache and pain and move forward in life. And with the 9 of Cups in reverse, I sense it's time for you to really, like, in your near future anyway, to reflect upon any pain that you've been through or any restrictions that are holding you back. There's a need for you to really, like, spend some time in your own environment, whether that be at home and around certain loved ones that you trust and care for and that you know have your back, that you can confide in, basically, just to recoup and to fill your cups again, so that you feel energized and ready to face the world again, so that you can get out there and be the best version of yourself that likes to be adventurous. And I am sensing with the 2 of Pentacles too that there's more than one thing that you need to reflect upon and overcome. The 2 of Pentacles is also a card of balance, which sometimes can relate to, like, partnerships. So I am picking up on an energy also of you needing to make sure that those people that you are around, that you have, like, that you really strengthen those bonds with those people that you care about the most, and be quite discerning in terms of the energy that you give to certain people. Make sure that the people that you give your energy to are those people that are like your soul tribe or your family, that actually love you and will utilize or that value the time that you give to them, and vice versa. So I do see that there's a need for you in your near future anyway to think about which relationships are serving you, and to be quite wise and discerning about who you give your time to, but also to understand why you've been holding yourself back, and not sort of going after your dreams, because I do sense that once you actually start to see that you're a very powerful individual and that you release those thoughts that are quite limiting, that your future will look amazing. There is a really strong calling here to focus on relationships too. I think that you're quite a social individual. You like to meet new people, that you draw a lot of strength and energy from social interactions or being around loved ones, your friends, your family. And I see that that's probably part of your future too, that you should continue to do that. I see an individual that really is happiest most when you're around like groups of people that bring out the best in you. Like very Leo vibes. Someone that likes to almost be center of attention in a way, I'm picking up on. You like being the focus of a certain group, or at least being around a certain group because they raise you up and they bring out like the highest vibrations, basically. Someone that likes to like sing and dance, a really playful energy too, but I do sense that I think you can get in your own head sometimes wondering if you're a little bit too much sometimes, but I think people really love your energy. You bring out the best in them too, a really playful, vibrant energy that draws energy from other people, that brings out the best in other people also. And I think that's something that you should really focus on in your future. Potentially there's a calling for you to actually start to put yourself out in a really big way too. To be in the public eye somehow. I think that would be something that would really make you quite happy, pile one. Like taking a chance and putting yourself out there in the public. So your two oracle cards here. Okay. Oh, I've got shivers from this. You have the card of home, number 4, shelter, safety, nurturing, and warmth. There you go. So I was indicating before the need to sort of like to withdraw for a little bit and to draw strength from being in an environment that you feel really comfortable and happy in, and to be around loved ones, people that have your best interests at heart. And your next card is number 30 for in communication, self-expression, exchange, sharing, and connection. Okay, there you go. So operating from the heart, the throat chakra there, with the blue there. Yeah, communicating, being someone that like shares ideas with people, that is in the public eye, likes to operate from that space of like sharing your thoughts, entertaining, exchange, self-expression. I really see a group here that could really benefit from actually doing something that puts you in the public eye, whether it be like in a big way, or like maybe starting a YouTube channel like I have, podcasts, or maybe taking acting lessons or something like that, dance lessons, but even in a sort of in a community environment, like with the card here of home and being around those people that you care for, maybe starting like a monthly meetup group that you go out for dinner with certain friends and family or something like that, starting a routine that brings you, puts you in the public in a sense and brings the community together. And really picking up on an energy that of a group that needs to be around people a lot and likes to sort of entertain and be sort of in the spotlight. Just gonna have a drink. But I also sense that there's a need for you to actually have multiple activities that bring you joy. So loving relationships, yes, being in the spotlight also, but you're a very playful individual that likes to sort of spread your wings, I think, pile one. That needs to overcome some restrictions first, but once you do, make sure that you don't limit your future in any way, because This is a very adventurous group too. Finally, what I am sensing is that you're a very home-oriented and family-driven individual. I sense that you want to raise a family too, because being around loved ones and being able to give your love to other people brings you a lot of joy and happiness. And the cards to me are indicating that that's something that you should do, because you've got here, well, the man and the woman together in the card of Degas. The home card indicating that you would be really happy raising a family and having that blissful home environment in your future. The card of communication in terms of like imparting knowledge and wisdom with other people. But also the Nine of Cups in reverse. I sense that you have the ability to turn that in the upright position. And you can see here in this card that this woman is in her kitchen sort of baking cookies for her family and loved ones, I sense. I see the need for you to like also really care for those people, to show a lot of love to those people that you care for. Yeah, cool. Finally, pile one. Let's get some further insight and wisdom about how you can ensure that your future is the most happiest from the Angels of Abundance Oracle deck. Ooh, wow. I am picking up on a very cerebral group too. So you've got the communication card here indicating that you should operate from your throat chakra, which is the chakra related to your mind, how you think anyway, and communication, of course. You've also got here the Four of Swords in reverse and the Eight of Swords, a very sort of intelligent cerebral group. So something else I pick up on is the need to not restrict your own belief systems, to expand on your beliefs, to do a lot of like research into your ancestry or to certain cultures. Study the things that you're interested in. Keep expanding your mind, because that's something that I think brings you joy also. It's a passion of yours that will continue to bring you joy in the future. A group that can like push the boundaries of certain belief systems, and you have the ability to influence and change the mindsets of other people too, I sense, pile one. Oop, there's your two cards. So you have the card of exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. Okay. The key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll look forward to exercising and it becomes your own reward. There you go. So like the card of Degas with the woman dancing and the man, he looks like he's sprinting and running. So I sense that for you get a lot of joy and satisfaction by, well, A, exercising, but B, really being outdoors and being like adventurous and doing new things that, well, are good for your body too. So pick an activity that's both fun, but it's good exercise too, like dance classes or yoga. Going to the gym, seeing a personal trainer, maybe going for hikes in nature or walking along the beach. Some of those activities that both are fun to do and bring you joy in the moment, but are actually really good for you. And the cards are basically indicating that will boost your energy levels too and bring you long-term happiness. And your final card is take a divinely guided chance. There you go. I was talking about a group that needs to like risk it all and take a chance on something new, because you're restricting yourself here. There's something that I think you've always been dreaming about doing, or maybe a few things that you've been dreaming about doing, but you've been keeping yourself small because you've been protecting yourself, I sense. But The card says, all positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. There you go. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. Okay. So, not only do you need to take a chance and do those things that you've always wanted to do, pile one, what I'm picking up on here is the need to really have a strong balance, like the Two of Pentacles here, between like your home life and your own desires. I see a group that actually loves being around family and loved ones, draws a lot of energy from your family, and you want to raise a family and have that really blissful home environment, which is something that is definitely in your future and will bring you happiness in your future too. But also there's a need for you to make sure that you don't limit yourself just to that family environment, to actually go after those goals and desires that you've always wanted to do in life. Because both things will bring you happiness in your future. And I think for you to be ultimately happy, to reach your ultimate dreams and desires, you need to do both. Make sure that you're putting enough energy to both your family and your loved ones, but also your own goals, your own dreams, and those things that you need to take a chance on. Don't be afraid about taking a chance either. Make sure that you actually take the steps to bring your dreams into reality, pile one, and that will bring you ultimate happiness and success. I also see here, just to reiterate, with the rune of Degas, it's almost like the infinity sign here, but it's got two ends, right? It's like the infinity sign in the Two of Pentacles. One side is about your family life and being happy there, but the other side, to balance it out, is about doing your own things, being your own individual and following your own dreams and desires. That's all I have for you, pile one. I hope that resonated with you. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And let's move on to pile two. Hello, pile two. You're the rune of Northers. Kind of sounds like north. Or like your north node to some degree. It's actually the rune associated with the passing of time in reality here on this 3D plane. How time is a construct to some degree, and how we learn over time who we are, what our strengths are, what we need to work on, and what brings us happiness and joy in our future, basically. So it's the rune associated with slowly learning who we are and those things sort of unfolding in our reality as we get older and older. So I sense that for you, happiness just will unfold in its own sort of way as you get older and start to learn who you are as a person. So for you, it's kind of a journey of self-discovery in a way. And that journey in and of itself will bring you happiness. But before we get onto your oracle cards, let's find out what else will bring you happiness in your new future with the Commonplace Tarot deck. I am sensing that also some personal reflection is something that that helps you understand who you are as a person a little bit more. I think this is a group that's quite reflective in a way, kind of like the Hermit in a sense, like in the tarot, that just needs to take some time out and be alone so that you can understand the deeper meanings of things that have happened in your life or who you are as a person, and that actually allows you to operate more from a sense of inner knowing, being confident in yourself, and being able to like have more faith in your own path in life. Yeah, Northers really sounds to me like north, the direction of north, or finding your north node. So you're in a journey of self-discovery and actually working out who you are and what your mission in life is, I sense, pile two. And through the passing of time and having more faith in yourself and in your path, you become more and more happy, basically. I do sense that there's also a need for you to try not to stress so much about what you need to do. I am picking up on a sense that sometimes you may get a little bit too stressed or in your own head about whether you're doing the right things, if you've done enough. But there's a need for you to sort of let go of that and just try to be in the moment and do what you can in the moment, and know that you're always on the right path anyway, that every experience in life is teaching you something new. Okay, so the two cards that came up for you, pile 2, you have the Empress in reverse. Whoop. You have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And you have, there we go, the Ten of Cups upright, finally. Yeah, look, I see a group here with a strong need to really do a lot of self-reflection. So the 3 cards in reverse there are really indicating a need to go internal a lot, to be alone, or at least to spend a lot of time reflecting on your past, on certain experiences in life, being very introspective, thinking about those deeper meanings about life, the universe and everything, who you are and why you're here. And those inner knowings that emerge when you do that, spend a lot of time in meditation or journaling, or just being alone and thinking about who you are as a person. Those inner knowings that emerge give you guidance and a deeper understanding of your path, and that actually allows you to be a lot more happy and free. You're coming into a deeper understanding of who you are as a person, and ultimately fulfillment, happiness. So you have the Ten of Cups here, which is basically the card of family bliss and happiness. But it can also be about like your own happiness and joy emerging from your inner being. With the Queen of Cups in reverse, I sense that you're on a mission of actually finding inner balance and harmony, like the Six of Pentacles here, which is the card of give and take in a way, of finding happiness and harmony between giving and taking. The Empress in reverse for me indicates self-love, really. The Empress is the nurturing mother archetype that likes to provide for the people around her. But when it's in reverse, I sense that it's about you finding that within yourself, finding love for who you are as a person. And then it's about you needing to balance between giving that to other people, which is part of your path too, because I sense that you're a very warm, loving individual that likes to be around other people, that wants to raise a family and provide for other people also. But you need to make sure that you provide for your own needs also, and to spend a lot of time reflecting, being introspective. That's part of your life purpose also, or at least something that will bring you happiness in the near future, I sense, pile 2. A very, very reflective group. Interesting. So your 2 oracle cards here, you're at number 45 in intelligence. Education, knowledge, perception, and flexibility. Okay. Flexibility stands out to me because it kind of reminds me of the Six of Pentacles, which is the card related to giving and give and take, sharing your wealth with other people. And you also have, okay, wow, that's pretty cool. You have number 15 and the solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus chakra is the card associated, or the chakra associated with who you are as a person, your self-identity, basically. Learning who you are and knowing who you are and really being quite brazen and going out into the world, sort of showing yourself to the world. It's a card of discipline and willpower, operating from that divine masculine sense. And you need to continue to do that in your future, pile 2, because it brings you a sense of satisfaction. Learning more about who you are as a person brings us all happiness, really, because once you start to let go of those things that don't serve you anymore, and being true to who you are and doing those things that bring you happiness and working from that place of authenticity, well, brings us all happiness. Finding your North Node and being on your path brings joy and happiness because you're in alignment. You're in alignment with the universe, basically. So for you, it's about just sticking to your path, finding out what brings you happiness and make sure that you do that more regularly. I know that doesn't really help much, basically, but I think you understand. I see a very sort of reflective group that understands the deeper meanings of certain things. I do also pick up on a sense that there's a need for you to continue to raise your own awareness and intelligence, to expand your knowledge base, basically. So you've got the card here of intelligence, education, knowledge, perception, and flexibility. You're a group that likes to learn new things and to push the boundaries of certain belief systems. You're not happy just sort of being stuck in one sort of dogma or following certain routines. You're a group that wants to like try new things and to expand your own knowledge base and your own belief systems. A very intellectual group too, like pile 1. Yeah, this is similar in a sense to pile 1, that you will draw a lot of happiness and strength from being around loved ones and family, that also needs to continuously learn more about yourself too. But for you, there's a real strong calling for you to continually take time out and to reflect on certain situations so that you can have a deeper understanding of who you are and why you've been through certain things. I do sense, though, for you, pile 2, unlike pile 1, that you're going to be subject to a lot of ups and downs in your life. Lots of moments of elation and exuberance, like feeling really, really happy and high. But also then, at times, feelings of being really, really low, and feeling sorrowful for no particular reason, I sense. But just know that when you reflect upon those highs and lows, you'll come into a deeper understanding. And it's also that you can work out who you are and where you're going in life, which will ultimately bring you the most satisfaction in life, sort of continuing to learn more about yourself and following that path. Yeah, interesting. Okay, pile 2, let's get some further understanding about what will bring you happiness in your future from the Angels of Abundance Oracle deck. A very diverse group too. Someone that likes to give your energy away to many different things. So being around family, caring for other people, spending time studying, learning new things, self-reflection, being out in nature too, I'm picking up on. Really contemplating the deeper meaning of life, I sense, pile 2. Okay. I am picking up on a group here that has the ability to really impact or affect the mood of other people too. When you're in a really, really happy, vibrant energy or happy, vibrant place, that radiates to the people around you, and you can really raise their energy levels also. But you need to be mindful of sort of not being around people when you're not feeling great, because they sense that you can sort of impact their emotions too and bring them down a little bit. So people really enjoy being around you, but you need to be mindful of always being really, really happy and vibrant, basically. Okay, there you go. So your 2 cards, pile 2, have courage to ask for and accept help. Asking for help is a sign of strength, and as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give to others as you are guided. There you go. Which is very reflective of the 6 of Pentacles in the the reverse position. A need for balance, to give and take, to offer guidance to other people, but also to, when you're feeling down and out, to maybe ask for help from other people. Along with the Queen of Cups here too. So you have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse, indicating there's a need to really be in balance emotionally. If you are struggling, then to ask for help or advice from other people, but you have the ability to also impart good advice and to help other people with your words or with your finances, with your material wealth, because you've been through a lot and you've been through a lot of self-reflection. So you've got that inner knowing and those experiences that you can really draw upon that will help other people also. And your final card here is Dreams of Abundance. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal, because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. I think that's just some advice for you, pile 2, really. Just to be mindful of your dreams, basically, because those things will help you fulfill your dreams, basically. I think you're being guided in your dreams about what will bring you joy and happiness in your future and what steps you need to take in order to make sure that comes into fruition. I do see a lot of happiness in the sense that you've got the 10 of Cups here, ultimate joy and fulfillment, really. So just make sure that you continue to do those things that bring you joy and happiness, like learning new things, studying, take time out. Be mindful of your dreams so that you can keep a record of them, because they're giving you divinely guided messages. But finally, it's about, for you, giving and taking. So accepting help from other people, but actually drawing upon those experiences in your past that you've reflected upon to be able to give sage advice to other people in your future. And that will bring you ultimate happiness. That's all I have for you, pile 2. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe. And let's move on to pile 3. Welcome, pile 3. You have the card of Uruz, which is the card associated with like power, strength, perseverance, discipline. It's a very sort of masculine energy in terms of really taking charge, pushing through, being quite forceful and aggressive in some ways, actually. Like the bull sort of breaking free here. Like taking the bull by the horns, I think, and just overcoming any challenges with sheer willpower and strength. Let's find out what else you can do to ensure that your future is looking happy and vibrant. I sense that from that card I am picking up on the fact that there's some things that you need to really take charge of to overcome some challenges in life, maybe to get more disciplined in your approach to certain challenges in life, basically. For example, making sure you get up at the same time every morning and having a strict routine every day, or things like that. Being really sort of disciplined and ensuring that you are yeah, that you take charge of certain issues by just facing them directly, basically. But also just to be really quite determined in taking charge of those things that bring you joy. I think you need to be quite aggressive, group 3, in terms of actually ensuring your future is happy and bright. Like, if you want something, you're the group that needs to just really go out and get it, to be very grounded in reality and to do those things that actually will ultimately bring you success and happiness in your future. So to operate from that divine masculine or the solar plexus chakra in terms of actually being quite willful and persistent in your approach to fulfilling your dreams and desires. But let's also find out about how you can ensure that you are happy in your future by getting some cards from the Commonplace Tarot deck. I do sense that you're a very powerful person. I'm picking up a lot of fire in your natal chart. Lots of fiery energy. Someone that is very passionate too. When you get a new idea, you're really excited about it and you want to share that with everyone, or you're very passionate about the people you care about and the things that you hold dear to your heart. Someone that goes all in when they choose to do something. You're either all out or you're all in, I sense, pile 3. A go-getter also. Lots of like Aries energy. Wanting to be the best and really to succeed. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So the 2 cards that came out for you, pile 3, you have the 9 of Pentacles. And you also have the Sun card in reverse. So instantly I see a group that in terms of being able to ensure happiness in your future, you need to really look after your own needs and your own finances. I get the sense that you could be like an entrepreneur or a leader, like a manager of some sort of corporation, or be in a very sort of a position of like authority in the sense. And you need to like basically apply those concepts to your day-to-day life in terms of saving money, going after your goals and your dreams, being very disciplined in your approach to life, I sense. And I think you already know this and you probably are already doing it. Because you have the Sun in reverse, and I sense that you can turn that card upright by actually ensuring that you save for your future. I'm picking up on a group that really needs to be really disciplined in terms of actually saving money. The other piles so far were about sort of being playful and spending time with family and friends. But I think the way for you to actually be happy is to make sure that you have everything that you need in your 3D world by saving for your future and actually ensuring your own independence. A really strong, powerful group too. The Sun being, really sort of powerful energy. And with the card of Uruz here, a group that really needs to take charge of your own needs and your own finances, I'm seeing for you, pile 3. Your next 2 tarot cards. Oh, you have the Magician. Awesome, beautiful. I was just saying, a very powerful group. They can do anything. And your final card is the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Lots of Pentacles energy. So you've got Pentacles in 3 cards here. Pentacles in the 9 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, and in the Mage card, or the Magician. And I was just indicating of picking up on a group that could be an entrepreneur or have your own business, or someone that likes to lead and manage a certain industry. I think you're being called to really like put more energy into your own trade or your own vision of how your future can be. You can make your dreams come true by sort of following your own vision and being very disciplined on your own path. The mage or the magician is a card that has the ability to really like manifest their own dreams and goals, basically. That you have everything within you. All of the you have the cups, you have the pentacles, you have the wands, you have the sword here, you have all of the strengths and gifts within you to be able to transform your own reality and make your dreams come true. And I sense that it's all about you following your own path and following your own passion and doing what brings you joy. Being very disciplined in your own approach about what you want from life. And pretty much not letting anyone sort of manipulate or change your mindset, because I see a really determined group here, a very driven and inspired group, like an Aries. And really pick up on like an Aries energy of just wanting to like take charge and be the best of whatever it is that you do. And you have the ability to make your dreams come into fruition with the Mage card here and the Sun in reverse. Yeah, lovely energy, pile 3. So your 2 Oracle cards here. We have Divine Consciousness, Interconnection, Expansion, Oneness and Light. Okay, I must admit that's not something that I was expecting to see. Oh, nice. And you have the card of Passion, number 25, desire, fun, fulfillment, and joy. Okay. So I have mentioned that you're a very passionate individual and you like to sort of take charge of your own needs and wants and really go after those things. A very disciplined individual that already can visualize what you want in your future and has the confidence to really operate from the solar plexus chakra and to go after it and do those things. There is a need to you to make sure that you are playful and fun in your future, like the Sun card also, not only with the card of Passion, but with the Sun card too, to do the things that bring you joy and love, that you love. I sense that you have like a certain hobby or a trade that you do that actually just makes you feel alive, and the cards are really calling on you to continue to operate and to focus on those things, because ultimately they'll bring you success, abundance, and happiness in your future. I sense a really, really strong entrepreneur here, or a group that could really like benefit from starting their own business and doing those things that you've always wanted to do. And the Mage, the Magician, is the ultimate the Magician is the ultimate archetype of actually following that divine guidance from the universe or your spirit guides, taking those steps, following your own dreams and desires and being able to manifest anything you want in reality. So you have the ability to really like be quite a powerful group and to fulfill all of your dreams, pile 3. As long as you do it from a place of fun and high vibe and follow those divine messages that you're being given by the universe. Try not to doubt yourself, pile 3. Believe in these messages and believe that you have the ability to do anything that you want. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Yeah, nice. Finally, for you, pile 3, let's get some further messages about how you can ensure happiness and abundance in your future from the Angels of Abundance Oracle deck. But I really think it's about you just tuning into those messages, continuing to believe in yourself, to follow your own path and to forge ahead, because you've already got it sorted, I think. You already know what it is that you want to do and you have a strong vision. Just make sure that you continue to manifest and bring that into reality. Oh, okay. Wow. So the 2 cards that came out for you, I was a little bit surprised by this one. Attract. Not chasing. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of fears underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. And your next card is Take Divinely Guided Chance. Take a Divinely Guided Chance, which I think came out for pile 1 too. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divinely guided chance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. So I am picking up on an energy for you to just take charge and to actually go after those things that you want. But what I think the cards are basically indicating is that you need to take some time to allow these divinely guided gifts and thoughts to come in. I'm sensing that you are being quite strongly guided by your spirit guides and by the universe, pile 3. And that with the Mage card here, you have the ability to really do something quite magical and powerful in reality and to manifest your own dreams and goals. But there is a calling for you to make sure that you tap into that inner wisdom and to allow those messages to come to you first. So with the attracting, not chasing energy, I think you need to make sure that you're operating on those messages that you are receiving from the universe. So the cards are basically saying you may have some things that you want to do. I sense that you're quite a controlling individual and really want to always know where you're going in life and to have a clear path towards that vision. But I sense for you, pile 3, it's about sort of relinquishing that need to control everything and just to take control and take the steps that are being given to you in the moment by the universe, because you are being guided to something far bigger than you could ever imagine. I think it's okay for you to have a certain vision of what you want to manifest, but sort of relinquish the need to actually control every step of the way and how you will achieve those goals. To be a bit more open and playful with the energy that's coming to you and to take action on those divinely guided messages from the universe, basically. And that's how you can ultimately attain abundance and happiness in your future, by relinquishing the need to know every step and to just take action on those steps when they come in, basically. I hope that resonated with you, pile 3. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And let's move on to pile 4. Welcome, pile 4. You have the rune of answers, which, no surprise, actually sort of relates to answers, having an answer, coming up with the answer to a certain predicament or problem, being able to see the bigger picture, knowing more about who you are and why you're here. It's related to your ancestral knowledge. So you can see here, it's kind of like the shaman with, I guess, your ancestors dancing down the bottom. That inner wisdom that surfaces when you do some deep reflection and starting to understand your lineage a little bit more, who you are, where you've come from, tapping into that deeper inner wisdom that has been passed down from your ancestry, basically. Which really indicates to me, pile 4, that you're releasing some deeper wisdom about why you're here, potentially some spiritual gifts too. So the man there, the shaman, I think he is, has the gem on his third eye. He's very intuitive and he's tapping into a lot of gifts that have been passed down his own lineage from his ancestors, basically. So I think that for you in your future, you're going to be divinely guided a little bit as to what you need to do that will ultimately bring you happiness and joy in your future. But I'm also picking up on an energy of strengthening some spiritual gifts too, which is really cool. So let's find out more for you, pile 4, about how you can ensure happiness and abundance in your future by getting some tarot cards from the Commonplace Tarot deck. I'm not endorsing this also, pile 4, but it's just come into my mind. Potentially the need to do like some sort of past life regression, or shamanic journeying, I should say. That you might benefit from doing some sort of past life regression, or having a deeper understanding about certain habits or cycles that keep sort of recircling in your life. That might help heal like ancestral wounds and allow you to release some sort of energy that you need to let go of. Ooh. Yeah, I'm sensing a very spiritually attuned group here, or the ability to be quite spiritually attuned anyway. Okay, so the 2 cards that came out for you, pile 4 so far, are the King of Wands. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, lots of fire energy, with the two spirits dancing there in the Answers card. They look like they're sort of coming out of like a fire, I think anyway. King of Wands is the archetype of being very creative and inspired, a very inspired individual that likes to lead through wisdom and inspiration. You're a leader, but you lead through example. You have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. And your 2 final tarot cards. You have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Oh wow. And the 10 of Cups, which came out in pile 3. Yeah, okay, so for you, pile 4, what I'm getting is a very, very spiritual individual that needs to like just wait for things to emerge. I sense that your future is going to be beyond your wildest dreams, and that there's a very mysterious or mystical aspect to it, where I think that you need to really like relinquish a lot of control and to surrender to the universe or your spirit, in a sense, because you will get a lot of benefit from tapping into that divine energy, and really following through with the messages that you receive, or going with the flow a little bit. And the reason I'm saying that is because you've got both the Knight of Swords in reverse and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, basically both indicating to me that it's about not taking charge. Now is not the time to try to force things, that it's not your time just yet to reap what you've sowed in the past, but that will occur in the future, when you sort of relinquish and surrender your will to something bigger. So the King of the King of Wands. Wands being the suit of spirituality, really. And your spirit, the King of Wands is a highly spiritual individual that leads through example and by trusting in this inner knowing, and inspiration that they are tapping into from the universe, basically. But it will ultimately lead you to ultimate satisfaction and fulfillment. So the 10 of Cups here, which I see as being your future, is extremely happy and bright, and abundant, in the sense that you will have everything that you need and want, whether it be a happy family, your dreams coming true, living wherever you want and having what you want and need. Your emotions and your desires will be ultimately fulfilled. But there's a need for you to just sort of relinquish control, to not sort of set out your own path and to take charge on that path, but to allow things to happen in the moment and to follow that guidance in the moment, which I know is very, very hard to do, but I sense that you're probably already starting to do that anyway, because with the card of ancestors and tapping into that ancestral knowledge, I sense that you're quite a spiritual being and you have a deeper understanding about how things happen in reality in terms of like the law of attraction, cause and effect too, that you're starting to flow with the universe and that energy that comes towards you, and then to take charge when you know you have to. And I think that you're starting to be a lot more happy in the moment because you're not having to make your own happiness in a sense. So you're allowing happiness to come towards you and just being in the moment a lot more, which is really beautiful. Being a lot more playful and innocent. Nice. So your two oracle cards that came out, pile 4, is the card of will. Number 30, expression, assertiveness, self-control, and direction. Okay. Well, that kind of goes against what I was saying. This is very similar to pile 3 too. And I'll explain it very soon. Oh, okay, wow. And you also have the card of money. Number 14, finances, power, generosity, and abundance. Beautiful. So I see that your future is looking quite amazing, that you'll be financially looked after also, that you'll have all the money and the material needs that you want in life. You'll be very abundant, but also abundant in the sense that you'll be quite emotionally satisfied too with the 10 of Cups here. The card of will really indicates to me that there is a need to take charge, but to take charge on those things that you are being divinely guided to do. To tap in to that higher wisdom and knowledge and to follow that guidance and then to take charge in it. And the reason I said that this is similar to pile 3 is because pile 3 kind of went the opposite way, in the sense that the initial part of the reading was indicating to me that they needed to be more forceful, that they needed to actually take charge and follow those things that they wanted for themselves. And then at the end of the reading, it sort of indicated that there was also a need to tap into something higher and to follow that guidance and to relinquish control a little bit. But for you, pile 4, it's about tapping into that inner wisdom first and to trust in those instincts and that knowledge that you were picking up on, and then to take charge on that guidance that you were receiving from the universe, because that will ultimately lead you on your path to success, abundance, and happiness and bliss. I am also picking up on an energy of needing to release some certain habits or temptations in life too. And the reason I say that is because you've got the card here of answers, which is sort of about ancestral inheritance and knowledge, but also ancestral patterns too, cycles that continue in your path, or your cycles that continue in your family ancestry, things that like, I guess, is passed from generation to generation, and that could be like emotional patterns or addictions. There's a need to sort of change that, to take stock of that and to release those things. With the card of will here, and also the card of money, which is about, money is an energy, but I see it also as a symbol too. That potentially there are things in your world right now that aren't serving you, pile 4. And there's a need for you to stop sort of relinquishing to those temptations or those habits, and to let go of them, so that your future can be even brighter and more happy, which is probably something I need to do too, as we have wine here. To let go of those things that you know aren't serving you, those patterns or behaviors or those habits that are holding you back from the best version of who you are, and from stopping you from achieving your goals and being the most successful version of yourself. But to be also quite disciplined in terms of saving money, like taking control of those things that you can take control of now. Yeah, there's a strong need for you to start being quite disciplined in terms of doing those things that you know you should be doing in order to fulfilling your own dreams and desires. And when you do that, I do see an amazing future for you, an amazingly bright future, very happy, lots of playful energy, love, joy, but very successful too, and having a lot of wealth and power, which is amazing. Finally, for you, Pile 4, let's get some further messages about how you can ensure abundance and happiness in your future from the Angels of Abundance Oracle deck. Ooh. Okay. There you go. Your 2 cards. Have courage to ask for and accept help. There you go. This came out for Pile 2, I think. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it when it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. And your next card, donations, tithing, and charitable work. Right. Give joyfully to the organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you manifold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energies multiplies. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to mention here, so the card of have courage to ask for help and accept help, and the card of donations, tithing, and charitable work are very similar in the sense that it's about giving and taking and giving support to other people. So it does say here, as well as give to others as you are guided. And you've also got the word here in the card of money, of generosity. So your spirit guides are really calling for you to make sure that you operate from a place of always considering other people's needs too. So not only do you need to look after your own needs, but I think for you, there's a strong call for you to be very charitable and to draw upon those experiences and to lead by example by giving to other people, and make sure that your wants and desires aren't solely for your own good, in a sense, that there's a calling for you to give. And I sense that when you start to give to other people and be very charitable, you'll be ultimately fulfilled, because giving is like the biggest gift in its own way too. When you give to other people and make sure that you operate from a place of service and helping other people, it just fills you with joy and satisfaction, as if you've done something good for the greater good, basically. And I sense that when you start to do that more in your future, because I sense that you're probably already doing it now, you'll just start to feel more alive and more abundant, and that energy will start to come back to you. When you give out good comes back to you. It's the law of karma, right? Cause and effect, you know. I see a really beautiful, abundant future for you, Pile 4. And with the King of Wands there being a really inspired leader that leads through example, but that inspires others, I sense that you have a really strong gift of actually being able to help people from the darkness to the light. That you have a higher calling of giving and giving your spirit to other people. That when you share joy and happiness, that will sort of bring more happiness and joy into your own life. Overcoming some patterns in your past that haven't been serving you, but then being more compassionate to those people that are struggling with those similar patterns also. That you can inspire others to change their own life by reflecting on and drawing upon those experiences that you've been through. And that will bring you ultimate satisfaction and happiness in your own future. Lovely reading, pile 4. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.